Welcome back.
I'm Carly,
I'm Amy, and
and this is Raising Each Other.
here we are again for another recording. And I think we're gonna do a pretty fun one this today.
I think so. This one should bring you some laughter.
Yeah, th- not gonna lie, we kind of been going through some of the different words of what we're gonna talk about. It's basically like slang, urban
Yes.
dictionary words of generations past and the current generation, and what we do and don't understand. But we'll get there. In the meantime, want to encourage you all to go and like and follow us on Spotify and on our Instagram account, raising each other. We are
Yes.
also on Apple Podcasts. So if you have not done that, yeah,
You need to.
hurry. You should hurry and do that. Just saying. Um, what else? I think that's all the housekeeping that
Yeah.
we had to take care of here
Yep.
before we dive into our topic of the day.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you got it all handled.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. So this all came about because what the fuck does 6-7 mean?
I have no idea.
Like,
Like, it's not right. I don't know what it means.
so that's like a term of the newer generation, which I don't know what generation we're in right now that is using this term. Is it Gen Alpha?
Yeah, I think so, because Gen,
What are you? You're
I'm Gen Z.
okay. And I would be considered a very young Gen X. It depends on what chart you look at, but I think I'm on the verge of Gen X slash millennial. But I probably
Would rather pick Gen X.
I probably relate more to the Gen X because all my friends growing up, my brother was Gen X, I'm Gen X. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I relate more to the Gen X we don't give a fuck kind of attitude.
Right.
That's kind of how Gen X is.
And
We
like
really don't
fend
give
for
a shit.
yourself.
Yeah, we kind of raised ourselves because both parents in the household had to work, and
Right.
we just kind of fucking survived. So um I'm definitely much more relatable to the Gen X than I
Right.
am the millennial side of things. But um anyway, that's off topic.
But
um
I feel like I'm not that old. Obviously, I'm 23, and like, but I feel so old when I think about some of these words that we're going to talk about today. Like, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
yeah, so I mean, in the 90s, like growing up in the 90s, um that we had our words too. We had, fat that was spelled with a PH, not an F. It was PHAT, which was like excellent or cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, everybody said whatever. I say whatever all the time
Yeah.
still.
Same.
Um, the Scrubs, made popular by TLC's song, I don't want no scrub.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly or
Yeah,
fine. This,
fly. Yeah,
yeah, I thought it
because
was
fly
fly.
was another
Oh yeah,
slang
yeah.
word of that era, which fly meant,
Feel like you're cool.
like
Like,
I'm all that. Yeah.
right, right.
Um,
Which is
I
like
guess all that too was a slang of that generation.
all that in a bag of chips.
um,
Which is like my like on fleek.
yeah,
Like,
I remember when like you came home one day and like told me something was like on fleek, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are you talking about?
you're on fleek. Like your eyebrows were on fleek
Yeah,
in
my eyebrows were.
2015.
Yeah, my eyebrows were definitely not on fleek in 2015. They're probably not on fleek
Mine are
here.
definitely not on fleek right now. I
Yeah,
think I want to bring it back though, because I haven't heard it in so long.
I'm gonna bring it back with you. I'll start saying it too if it helps you.
Yeah, be like,
Okay.
your eyebrows are so on fleek. You're slaying today.
Yeah. um, we had crunk,
which
which
is
was like
like,
crazy drunk.
which was my like lit, which I have still heard. Like Abigail, my
Yeah,
sister, has said that,
yeah, that
and
something's lit.
yeah,
Or what else? She told me one time that somebody was a snack, or was that you?
no, that was me.
Okay,
That was a snack. Yeah, like you look like a snack.
well,
But
I don't. I
but
don't
I
think you were
still
using it in that way. Like, you didn't tell me I was a snack. We
no,
were
because
talking about
you
somebody being
it's
a
a
snack.
like significant other or like a like you're complimenting somebody like not like seductively, but like oh, you look like a snack today. Like you would say that to dad.
I'm totally gonna go say that to your dad.
He'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Be like, you're looking so snackish.
Yeah.
Um, but like I said before, every generation really has had like their certain little terms. In the '70s it was groovy and far out. Um, I mean, I wasn't alive in the '70s. I totally wish I was alive in the '70s, but I was not. But I
Which
mean, you've
is
heard those terms, but we don't use them.
yeah, it's so funny though that you say that because like that you say you wish you lived in the '70s because I wish I lived in the '90s. Like I wish I was a teenager in the '90s.
Yeah, it was pretty badass.
Yeah, I bet.
It was really cool.
Because
And
like you were the last generation. Like that was the last of like no technology and like none of that shit. Where like you've said before, like none of that shit was on video.
yeah, none of it's recorded, so it's
Thank
great.
God.
Yeah, thank God. It all lives in my head, and I love it. And yeah. So I guess we're more confused about the current generation
Right.
and the current.
Which is Gen Alpha. We said right.
I think we determined
Gen
that we're
Alpha.
in Gen Alpha is the younger generation now.
Right.
Um,
Like 2015 or
yeah, because they're using like
2010s.
Skibbity Riz Toilet Ohio. Like, what does all that mean?
I have no idea what Skibbity Riz means.
Can you look
Um,
that up really quick? Like, what is Skibbity
yeah,
Riz?
I don't know,
In six
Mom.
seven, I did try to ask the internet what 6 7 means, and there's not like a solid, like, it doesn't mean good, it doesn't mean bad, it doesn't mean.
Right, and I thought like okay, so there was a song I thought that said like this guy he had said like 6 7 in it, and I thought that was like in relation like back in like 2015 there was I think it was Fetty Wap. He had
That was
17
his name,
he was a rapper.
and his name was Fetty Wap.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And he said like 1738 in like all of his songs or like at the beginning of his songs. It was like 1738 a and then like I thought that that's what 6 7 was. Apparently that 1738 also does have a meaning. I could go into detail on that, but I don't have that information right now. But it actually had a meaning. It was like him and his friends had that was like their name or something. But like there's no definition for the 6 7, but it is mentioned in a song, but it doesn't have a meaning.
So if I said, Carly, you're 6 7 today, am I
No,
giving
I
you a
don't think it's a compliment. I don't think it's a
it's not a verb
adjective.
or adjective?
Yeah,
It's
adjective.
definitely not a
It's
verb.
not an action. It's not 6 9.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not 6 9. 6 9 is a verb. 6 7 is, we don't know.
It's not a noun. It's not a adjective.
It's a nothing.
But like star 6 7, like that's to call somebody with no ID, right? If you star 6 7 somebody.
It used to be, but I don't think you can even do that anymore.
Oh,
I
okay.
Yeah, I don't know,
Okay. Well,
maybe.
I looked up skibbity, and I don't really know what it means. I'm on Urban Dictionary, so like, Lord help me. Skibbity is a word usually used to start a conversation, specifically a convo filled with brain rot.
Okay, so what is brain rot?
Like, I think it's like when you like watch a video and it's like rotting your brain. Like, like when you were told, well, I feel like I was told by like older people when I was younger, if you sit in front of the TV, like so close to TV, it's going to rot your brain. Like it's
Okay, so skibbity is the start. What did you say? A
the
start of,
starting
of a conversation.
specifically with a conversation that is filled with brain rot. But again, that's Urban Dictionary, so listeners, if you know what skibbity Riz toilet is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm sure that I've seen it, heard it,
Please,
but like
please
I
help
don't
us.
know what it means. I know there's like toilet and Ohio means something. Like,
Like the state.
yeah, but it means something to Gen Alpha that I don't know. It means something to them. I guess, if
I
even if they
guess.
don't live here. Um,
I use one of the ones that I use is like girl math.
Girl math.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty like kind of easy to figure out. Like
Right.
even if you don't,
It has an like you have like you can explain it to somebody.
right, and like girl math, okay,
Like when you
it identifies as female math. I
yes.
mean, in math, I mean, we all kind of know what math is, so it
Right.
kind of makes sense.
Right. You just have to explain like a concept to somebody and be like, "Yeah, I bought something on Amazon and then I returned it, so then I got money back, so I profited."
Yeah, that's not a thing.
I do believe in the girl math though that it's like if you're going to pay 7.99 for shipping, why don't if you pay 7.99 it's 7.99 for shipping, but you spend $30 and you get free shipping. Well, I'd rather spend seven more dollars if I'm at $20 or $23. I'd rather spend seven more and get free shipping.
Okay, I can see that.
Like I'll spend more to get free shipping versus paying 7.99 for shipping.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it depends on the
But that's
situation.
girl math.
Yeah, that's definitely girl math. Or like if you have already paid for something, like for example, we're going to be going to a hockey game here pretty soon.
Yeah,
We've already paid
for
for
the
the ticket. Like the
and the
whole experience
experience.
has already been paid for.
So when we get there, it's free.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, but I already have deducted that out of my like payments or like paid for it a month ago. So
Yeah, it's not free.
well, it's free when I get there.
It wasn't free the day it came out of your checking account.
Yeah, but today's not that day.
Well, okay. We went down a
Yeah,
rabbit
yeah,
hole
that was
there.
kind of far.
Yeah, but back to some
But I still don't know
urban
what's.
dictionary.
Oh, you said 6'7" doesn't have a meaning.
No, nothing can tell me. I've not been able to get a solid definition for 6'7".
Yeah. Yeah, this just says it's a word of the year. How is it a word? It's a number.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know why I now feel compelled to like when I was watching that football game and the score was 6-7, I had to take a picture of it and send it to you because like it's 6-7, but I don't even know what that means. I
Right,
just like I'm caught up in the 6-7 thing, but I
right.
don't know what it is. So somebody needs to explain it
Yeah,
to me.
please explain it. Does not have a single fixed definition, often used nonsensical or trendy context. Yeah, I have no idea. But kids are saying it and it's the term.
Yeah, so I could get rid of 6-7, but I could bring back like on fleek.
Yeah, on fleek is cute.
That is cute. We're gonna bring that back.
Okay.
And
You look very on fleek today.
I know you're tripping.
Stop.
That was from the 90s. um yeah, I know the older ones, but I don't understand always, or it just has to be explained to me. Like
Yeah, but if it doesn't have a definition according to AI, then how can you explain it?
yeah, that's tricky. So what were some of those other words that you
So for my so like for mine, like I said, it's like the 2010s, like middle 2010s. I have salty, which I still use. I still
Yeah,
use
and I feel like
salty.
that's like is that like really slang? To me that's not even like urban dictionary worthy. Like salty is salty.
Yeah, but like it started in
I mean, I guess it's the in the context that it's used.
but I think
Because
it's
like
still
if I
used.
said, "Oh, my spaghetti today was really kind of extra salty." Like that's kind of a legit
Yeah, but
term
like
for
it's
that.
usually used in regards to your attitude.
Yeah. So that in that context it
It's
is
slang.
it's slang. But no, I would agree with that. There's days that I'm kind of salty.
Cuz like Gen Alpha uses cooked.
What does that mean?
Like you're screwed. Like you're fucked. You're cooked.
See, like if somebody told me that I was cooked,
You're a cooked snack.
I'm a cooked
You're a
snack.
salty cooked
No, I'm
snack.
trying to think like in the 90s if somebody would say that you're cooked, you're like really high. Baked. That
Yeah,
would be
that'd be
baked,
baked.
not cooked. But that makes me think of that.
Yeah, it's still kind of the same, but no, like cooked is like you're screwed.
Like you're
Like if you sneak out, you're gonna be cooked.
yeah.
Kids can't sneak out anymore because of Life 360.
Yeah, and ring cameras.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I know I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, kids can't TP houses anymore either,
No, you can't prank call anybody either.
unless you can still star 6 7 somebody.
I don't know, I'm gonna have to look that up.
You can star 6 7 somebody.
Star 69 was a thing too, but I don't know if that was like
Is that the same?
no. One did one thing and one did the other, but I don't remember.
Oh,
I'd have to look that up.
gotcha. Yeah, but Skibbity Toilet Riz. So I heard Riz is something else. Like I thought it said like you have like charisma.
Like you're
Like
charismatic
yeah, but if it's used with toilet and Skibbity, I don't know if it
is
is
the
like
same.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like
because like
that's what I read
charismatic
was
toilet.
was too. It was like a charismatic person or full of charisma or
Yeah, but like you're a
I'm not sure where the toilet comes in.
and does toilet actually mean toilet?
Yeah, does that mean like a potty? Like you sit down and pee on it?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, we had Ratchet too.
Ratchet.
Like we look pretty ratchet right now. Thankfully, we don't have viewers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yikes. Did you have any more that you found?
No, none that really jumped out at me. I do think it's pretty cool. I did go into AI and tell it to give me a
List?
category breakdown of the top 5 from the 1920s through the 2020s and um it it's pretty interesting cuz every generation does have
Their own.
their own like just and it's just like words like if we go back to the 80s it's like gnarly rad veg out was like relax and do nothing
Mm.
a dweeb was a socially awkward
Which
person.
I've heard dweeb. Like I've heard those. Like that's not too far.
Yeah, and like in the 70s, well like I said before groovy and far out were pretty popular. um right on, that meant you strongly agreed with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
um so some of them I do feel like they're still kind of used. Um
Like you hear them every once in a while.
yeah, and like in the 1930s, if you said you were behind the 8 ball, it meant you were in a tough spot. So it would be kind of similar to like cooked of
Yeah, it's fun to
today's
compare them for sure.
yeah. Um yeah, it's kind of just fun to think about and talk about. It's just one of those topics that's um
Like you don't really talk about it or think about it unless
yeah, and you don't
you
really
say one and you're like, "Oh, well that kind of meant that for my generation or whatever."
yeah.
But I don't have a relation to Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah, I have zero relation to Skibbity Toilet.
We had Bay, which it has meaning. It means like your close friend, or sometimes people would use it for their significant other or their boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Like that's my Bay. But like Bay in itself, BAE, like it didn't have a definition. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like it was
I
Bay.
thought
Like Bay didn't stand for anything.
yeah, I feel yes it did because I feel like I asked you this when I saw heard you using it or saw you using it or whatever and you told me it stood for bacon and eggs. And I'm like, "Bacon and eggs," and you're like, "Yeah, because it's like your best friend, like bacon, eggs, it like goes
Goes
together
together.
like bacon and
I
eggs."
probably said that, or I pulled that out of my ass.
Oh, because I always thought it meant like bacon and eggs, like my
Like
bae is like, "I'm the
you're
bacon."
bacon to the eggs.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
It probably did.
Yeah, that's what you told me probably 10 years ago.
Well, I was probably right back then. I was more in the know.
Yeah, so, um, interested to hear comments on if anybody
Your
knows what 6,
terms
7 means, if we can get a good concrete definition on
or
that would be
skibbity
great,
toilet.
or skibbity toilet. Um, if you have comments or if you have words or words that we haven't thought of or haven't
Ones that
discussed.
like bring you back.
Yeah, just fun things to talk about.
Yeah, fun terms, and it's just really fun to me though to like look at all of them and know that each one can have their own meaning, but then they usually have the same meaning in the next generation, but they're just have a different pronunciation or
Yeah, it's
kind of
fun.
comical.
Language is kind of fun.
Yes,
So,
it is. Well, I think that's going to be it for today.
all right. Well, that was some good conversation, and we're looking forward to seeing what your guys' thoughts and comments are, or any just input on the Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
altogether.
Well, we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.